Hello and welcome, my friends. The Iron Hulk is back, bringing you a wonderful figure review. Today we have the Hot Toys DX05 Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark figure. So, since this is a DX figure, we do get this big-ass box. And you know what? I'm displaying it with my figure. It's a fantastic looking box. It comes with what you would expect from a DX box. You get this really nice picture in the front of Indy's hat and his whip, the title, everything. It has a magnet door. Opens just like this, magnet flap. And I'm just going to show you the front part, this part right here, because the rest of the accessories have been taken out. And as you can see, it's the map, and it shows the discovery of the Ark of the Covenant, according to Dr. Henry Jones Jr. If you don't get that joke, then you haven't seen The Last Crusade. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty neat. I do like how they got that there. And then over here it says, yes, the actual Ten Commandments, the original stone tablets that Moses brought down out of Mount Horeb and smashed, if you believe in that sort of thing, ... That's a quote from the film. And on the flap page here, let's see if I can... Oh, yes, I can. It's just a small bio. I'm not sure if you can read that, but if you can, there you go. Pause it, read it, enjoy it. It's got a cool small silhouette of Indiana Jones from the cover of the first film. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And that's about it. Really cool packaging. Very similar to DX Joker and Batman. You know, it's got the same design. I haven't purchased any other DX figures, but I'm sure that Jack Sparrow and Bruce Lee and all those other guys have pretty much the same treatment. So, that's the box. Now, it's time for the real guy. Bum 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 boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This figure has been through some controversy because of the likeness of Harrison Ford. It's many people, especially on Sideshow Freaks, have been pretty hard on this figure. And I mean, I can see why. There are some things about this figure that are off, but as a whole, this figure is a contender for Figure of the Year to me. And I'll explain why. The sheer detail on just the clothing itself is just amazing. People are complaining, saying, oh, they got this all wrong. I'm like, okay, well, considering the previous Indiana Jones figures that have been released, this is like amazing. This figure just has so much detail. Sideshow, I've had a few Sideshow Indiana Jones figures and a few Hasbro ones, and you know, overall, this guy just makes him look like crap because he's just amazing. Here's a 360 view. He's got his cool satchel. He's got his bullwhip. You can see the pouch right here for his gun. Just everything Indy needs to look like Indy. So yeah. So the figure, he's great. He's a fantastic figure. The shoes, The shoes, the shoes, the shoes. They're my favorite part because of the way they just make them. Hot Toys has made these shoes look so like weathered and just beaten up. It's amazing. Let's see if I can get a closer look at these shoes here. Here we go. You can see the laces. He even has socks. I mean, that's pretty great. You can see the brim right here, yellow brim. Just how weathered the shoes look. It's even tied. They even have the shoes tied. Hot Toys, I love you. And you know, he has this nice stand there, Indiana Jones. Go up here, you can see his legs. He's got weathered little detail there. We open this guy up, you can see his belt, his strap. One thing that kind of disappointed me, the tiny piece right here that holds the belt together just fell off right when I took the figure out. That's just something you have to deal with, I guess. You know, tiny details like that are fragile, so I say if you do purchase this figure, be careful with the strap belt here, because it does come separate. So when you take that out, be very careful. We go up here, look at the detail on the shirt. Very nice stained, weathered look as well. It's very nice. He does have the true type muscle body that Wolverine came with, and let's see, who else comes with it? A couple people. Thor has it, I believe. It's not that great. The articulation is hindered a lot because of the lost joints. The arms just have a oops. The arms have just like two solid pieces. It's just the forearm and then the top. So there's no bicep swivel. It's just a really nicely detailed arm. But for a figure like this, you're not going to have him shirtless. I mean, unless that's your thing. But overall, I think they should have used a bit more of an articulated true type body. Excuse me. But overall, whatever. I mean, it looks great. It fits his build pretty well. People were saying that he looks buff. I'm like, not really. It actually fits pretty well because it's lean, but he's, you know, fit. It's a fit body. Anywho, so the face. This is probably the most controversial part because of, well, it's just people say that the likeness to him just isn't there. I'm sorry, but I see Harrison Ford right there. I could be, maybe I'm just crazy, I don't know. But that looks like Harrison Ford to me. Are people comparing this Harrison Ford to, like, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Harrison Ford, who's like 10 times older? I don't know. Because this figure right here, I mean, yes, there are some angles that he looks funny. I personally, if you lift his head up, he does look kind of goofy. But I don't see anything wrong with the hat. It even makes him look even more like Harrison Ford. Now, here's where the issue comes in. You pop the hat off, and he does look a bit goofy. This hairpiece is not the hairpiece people will use. He does come with an extra piece. This is the piece he actually comes in the box with. This is just to have his hat on. If you've seen my Thor review, they did the same thing there. So he does have a removable headpiece. But to focus more on just the overall head and the face, I mean, the detail is there. It's really nice. I do like the detail. He even has a scar on his chin. So there's nothing there that's like, oh, well, this is a crap figure. People really, they're funny. I mean, the Sideshow Freaks board, they're just constantly hammering on this figure. And I'm like, you know, this is still a A-class figure. I mean, the detail on the face, the skin texture they got is great. And it does use the PERS ice roll system thingy. So he does have the switch right here to move his eyes. So, you know, you can, like, move his eyes around. Once again, I'm sure you've heard this before. be careful with it because there have been reports of this thing snapping off, and yeah, that's no fun. But yeah, I mean, I think the eye roll system does kill his look a bit because the eyes on the glass eyeball things like the iris doesn't really match Harrison Ford's look. But it's a DX figure, so they had to do their own thing, and I think what they're kind of missing something here with the eye roll system because all of the eyes are the same more or less, and with that issue, that means every figure that's a DX figure will have the same eyes, and that doesn't really work out when you have, you know, less expensive figures from Hot Toys with distinctive eyes because that's what the character's eyes look like. So yeah, so I think that's what kills the Harrison Ford look a bit. But overall, I mean, it still looks like him. So here's the other headpiece that he actually comes with. And you can't, that looks pretty good. Come on. You can't say that's not Harrison Ford. That looks pretty great. It's a pretty great figure. The whip, he can hold it pretty well. He's got a special hand to hold the whip. He can hold that. He comes with two guns right here. They can fit into his satchel and his gun holster. So the whip does bend. It's made of this really interesting material that actually allows it to bend and get into these weird poses. Really great stuff, actually. Really nice addition. They could have just made a rubber one that had a wire in it, but no, they actually have this really nice, realistic material that they used. And same with the jacket. The jacket feels a lot more realistic with this. It's really thin. The leather is really, really thin. Compared to figures that came out before that had leather jackets like, the Resident Evil Leon figure. He had a very puffy, thick jacket, and it kind of ruined his look. Because in the game, while it was a bit thick, it wasn't puffy, and I think this jacket fits great with Indy. It gives him that sort of tight fit look, and yeah, it looks great. So yeah, that's pretty much the figure right there. I'm gonna put him on the side here. Oh, his hat. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, Indy's hat. There you go. Wonderful. What can I say? What can I say? So, since this figure is a DX figure, he does come with a plethora of accessories. And by plethora, I mean just crazy stuff that you're just like, wow, that is really unnecessary, but super awesome. So, his main base is actually the fertility golden statue here thing that was in the first film that Indy had to switch with a bag of the same weight so this thing doesn't go down. So it comes with this whole stand here. It comes with a DX stand. It says Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It comes with this nice platform here. Very, very nicely detailed. You got the moss coming off of here. You can tell it's very old. This is separate, of course. And creepy looking, just like in the movie. Very creepy. But very, nicely detailed. I mean, very screen accurate. The hair is really cool. There you go. Put that back there. Camera, focus. Thank you. So that definitely gives the overall just figure a really cool, setup. You can make a bunch of different scenes. You can do this scene, and you can also do. You can do this scene in Cairo. he comes with extra clothing. Now, I'm not going to change him because I really don't want to mess around with his clothing too much, because I do feel like I might mess it up. So, as a special addition to this review, I have brought the bank robber Joker in the Cairo, Egypt apparel here. And yeah, that's the extra clothing he comes with. I know it's pretty creepy, huh? He comes with the robe and the turban, and it just goes over the costume or his clothing. So I always thought that looked a bit silly. I mean, the scene is very iconic because he also comes with this staff, and we all know what this does. I wish I could sing the music right now, but it might sound silly. So, yeah, he comes with a staff, and it works because he was wearing that. The hand fits very nicely. I mean, it's freaking awesome. Just all the small things that this figure comes with. I can't see people hating on this figure when it comes with all this cool movie-accurate detail. If you're a fan of the movie, you're just going to be like, oh my god, what? No way! Just, oh yeah. Great stuff. The detail on the robe is really nice. The stitching right here, beautifully done. Especially just for like an extra accessory that 90% of people aren't even going to use. Still really nice. So, yeah, there you go. So for some other accessories, Indy comes with a whole bunch of hands, much like DX figures should. So it comes with a couple gloves, mostly just regular hands, like to hold guns, to just whatever, that's just like a natural pose. But yeah, I like the gloved hands the best because they give the figure more of a, like, just a cool look. Really, really cool. So, one last accessory he comes with. It's more of kind of a, major accessory actually. He does come with a double-sided backdrop. Let's see if I can fit this here. Excuse me, Joker, I'm gonna have to move you. So this is the first backdrop, and this is, of course, the scene with the fertility statue, golden statue, and it's taken right from the film. You can tell because it's very, very picturesque. It looks like it's just a giant blown up frame from the film. I can move Andy on the side here, but it's cool. I mean, it definitely works. It fits the overall tone of just the whole scene you can make here. The other side has the Cairo part, and I actually really like this because it actually has the hole in the top part of. I'll show you. There it is. So, makes sense, right? Makes sense. Anyways, really great addition as well. Just makes the price point of this figure all that more worth it. Speaking of the price point, it's not cheap. All right, he's a DX figure. He goes for about $220. Considering all the accessories and stuff, yes, I say he is worth it. Now, because of the high price point, Hot Toys probably are going to up their prices even more in the future, because I saw the price point for the Joker, and most people are pricing him at like almost $300. And I'm like, I don't think I can pay $300 for that. Especially with the accessories it comes with, not as much as Indy, unfortunately, but, I mean, yeah. So, that's pretty much it. It's a fantastic figure. I mean, what can I say? He's great. Highly recommend him. I still say the likeness, it's Indiana Jones. It looks just like him. I'm sorry, if you disagree, you disagree, but it's fantastic. and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So, that's my review. Thank you for watching, my friends. I hope you have a fantastic Halloween. Just, don't party too much or eat too much candy, because then you'll get sick and then, like, poop your pants or something. So, until next time, my friends, the Iron Hulk is signing off. Adios.